And Rikishi is calling out WWE's creative team in ways we've never seen before. He's demanding writers get fired, questioning if they'd treat legends like John Cena the same way, and making some bold claims about the Bloodline's future. This isn't just family frustration. This is a wrestling dynasty fighting back against what they see as total disrespect. Rikishi didn't just express disappointment. He went full attack mode on WWE's creative team in ways that shocked even longtime wrestling fans. When most WWE legends share their opinions, they keep things diplomatic. Not this time. Rikishi stepped onto his podcast, Off the Top, and unleashed a verbal assault that had wrestling communities buzzing for days. This wasn't your typical, "I wish things were different" commentary. This was a direct challenge to WWE's entire creative process. The Hall of Famer used his platform to air every frustration he'd been holding back about his son's championship booking. He didn't dance around the issues or use polite language. Instead, Rikishi fired shots at the writing team with surgical precision. His podcast became ground zero for what many are calling the most direct criticism of WWE creative from a wrestling legend in recent memory. The raw emotion in his voice made it clear this wasn't just business, this was personal. Here's where things got really intense. Rikishi actually called for writers to be fired, saying they need to get the hell out of the way if they can't create proper angles for Jey. Think about that for a second. A WWE Hall of Famer just told the company to fire their creative team on a public podcast. That's not frustration. That's a declaration of war. He didn't suggest changes or offer constructive feedback. He demanded heads roll because he believes they failed his son. The specifics of his criticism cut deep. Rikishi argued that WWE didn't feed this champion right talent during Jey's entire 51-day reign. He painted a picture of a company that dropped the ball when they had lightning in a bottle. According to Rikishi, WWE had a hot champion with massive fan support, and they wasted it by not giving him quality opponents or meaningful storylines. He sees those 51 days as a missed opportunity that can't be undone. But Rikishi wasn't done there. He questioned the creative team's entire approach by asking if they would treat established stars the same way. This hit at something much deeper than just booking decisions. He suggested that WWE operates with different standards for different wrestlers. Some get the royal treatment while others, like his son, get thrown into meaningless feuds that kill their momentum. The comparison that really stung came when Rikishi asked directly, "Would you have done this to Randy Orton? To John Cena?" He threw those names out there to illustrate his point about respect and treatment. In his mind, WWE would never waste a championship reign from their top stars the way they wasted Jey's. This wasn't just about creative decisions, it was about who gets priority treatment and who gets left behind. Rikishi backed up his arguments with hard numbers. He pointed to the massive success of YEET merchandise sales as concrete proof. The WWE missed a huge financial opportunity. The chant became a phenomenon that sold shirts, generated social media buzz, and created genuine fan connection. Yet WWE failed to capitalize on this organic popularity during Jey's championship run. Rikishi sees this as business incompetence, not just creative failure. The deeper issue here extends far beyond one championship match or booking decision. Rikishi painted a picture of systematic disrespect that he's been watching build over time. This wasn't just about Jey losing the title. It was about a pattern. He sees in how WWE treats the Bloodline members when they're not named Roman Reigns. He suggested that WWE only knows how to book one member of the family properly, while everyone else gets scraps. What makes this situation explosive is that Rikishi isn't some bitter ex-wrestler looking for attention. He's a Hall of Famer whose family has been central to WWE programming for years. When someone with his credentials and connections goes this hard at the company, it carries serious weight. His criticism comes from watching his son get what he sees as second-class treatment despite being over with the fans. Rikishi believes WWE failed to capitalize on Jey's momentum and fan support when it mattered most. He sees a company that had all the pieces in place for a successful championship run, but chose to waste them instead. The YEET phenomenon proved fans were ready to support Jey at the highest level. But WWE creative couldn't figure out how to build around that energy. This controversy runs much deeper than creative frustrations. It touches on family legacy, respect, and whether the Bloodline will continue accepting what they see as unfair treatment from the company that made them stars. This controversy has sparked a major debate about WWE's treatment of legendary wrestling families and whether they'll adjust their approach. Wrestling fans are split between those who think Rikishi went too far and others who believe his criticism was long overdue. The discussion has spread across social media, wrestling forums, and podcasts, with many questioning if WWE really does play favorites with certain superstars while leaving others behind. Will the Bloodline continue to accept this treatment, or are we seeing the beginning of a bigger conflict that could reshape one of wrestling's most iconic dynasties?